Welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey, live in the D every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, here on WCHB 1200 AM and 99.9 FM with co-host Longhorn. Straight sports talk, no professionals here. Live call-in number 313-568-1200. And now, here's your host, Will Sims.
I think that he knew underneath it was abuse.
This is the thing, and this goes across all racial lines, ethnicities, religious backgrounds. People believe in disciplining their children. People with any type of Christian background, they really believe in disciplining their children. My mom did the best job she could do, raising 7 kids by herself. But there are thousands of things that I have learned since then that my mom was wrong.
Yes. Thank you.
It's the 21st century. My mom was wrong. She did the best she could, but she was wrong about some of that stuff she taught me. And I promise my kids I won't teach that mess to them. You can't be the kid to make them do what they want to do.
Correct.
Yeah, Speaker Chris.
Thank you.
Thousands of things we have learned since then. And now we're to the point, the only thing I'm proud about is the team that I played for. They did the right thing.
Yes.
Take them off the field. I don't care what, we're in a climate right now, I don't care what it is. Take them off the dang on field. Because you know what, as a man, that's the only thing.
All right, Detroit, y'all heard it. That was Chris Carter. I want people to call in 313-568-1200. Talking about spanking the kids. Was he out of order or not? I want your opinion. September the 20th, 2014. Welcome to Detroit Sports Jersey. Shout out to Texas. Longhorn, are you there?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Texas? Hook 'em horns. What's up, Detroit? Will, L. Beasley. What's going on, Detroit, Texas? Y'all all call in.
All right. And then also DC, L. Beasley sitting up in here with us.
Yeah.
DC, what's going on, brother?
What's going on?
All right, like I said, y'all heard the clip with Chris Carter. You know, talking something, throw the man out the league just because he spanked this kid. I want everybody's opinion. Did he go too far? Chris Carter and Adrian Peterson. Hello, I'm here by myself or what?
I'm gonna let Texas go first.
I'm gonna let Long. Go ahead, Long. I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay, for one, I say spread the rods for the child. You know what I'm saying? No, you can't beat everybody in the submission. You can't beat everybody in the doing right. But there's a difference between beating somebody and whooping somebody. You know what I'm saying? You can sit there and talk to your kid and tell them, hey, don't do this. If you do this, this is going to happen. If I tell you, don't touch the stove because it's hot, and you touch the stove and you burn your hand, and you come to me crying, tell me I burned my hand, I got a boo-boo, can you put some butter on it? Back in the day they put butter instead of cold water or some ice. Then I'm going to look at you like you're crazy.
That's old
But if I say you go out there and steal from the store, and I'm going to whoop you, and you go out there and do something crazy, you know automatically when you get home, you're going to get a whooping. You know what I'm saying? So this stuff, yeah, okay, some things that, where he was raised and, his mom's, 7 kids?
7 kids.
Maybe it was some hard-headed kids in their family, but you don't know what they say, though, right? The old saying goes like this: a smart man learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. So if I see my brother getting a whooping with a switch because he went out and did something crazy, I'm not going to go out there and do something crazy because I'm going to be wise and say,
he preaching.
Reverend Longhorn.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Hey, that's my 2 cents worth of hook 'em horns on that topic. So go ahead with y'all,
Lauren, L. Beasley, go ahead.
I don't think Adrian should be thrown out the league for it. Do I think he went a little too far with the beating of his 4-year-old son? Yeah. Looking at the pictures, I think it was a little too far. Like I said, I'm all for, punishment, and I'm all for, whooping. I got whoopings. My mom never intentionally left any bruises, but I would like to think that, her punishment tactic, intentionally, not intentionally. Every once in a while, that belt buckle may just come a little loose, and it may connect with my rear end every once in a while. But, that wasn't her fault. I'm squirming, so it's not her fault. But at the same time, I just feel like he should be given another opportunity, just like some of these guys should be given other opportunities. Like I said, especially since this is his first situation, if you're talking about Adrian. My thing is this should be a lesson learned from him. But I really just didn't appreciate Chris Carter, in a sense, kind of saying this is everybody in the league. Saying that, everybody in the NFL. The NFL players don't respect the women. You don't represent every player. You don't even know about Adrian Peterson. Now, do I feel like Adrian really respects women? Not fully. No, I do not. Because to me, you can't say you respect women when you have 5 to 6 children with multiple women. You can say you love women, which is accurate, but you can't necessarily say you respect them. But to say all the NFL players, or this is the only thing they respect, the suspension, you don't know what every single player in the NFL respects or who they don't respect and what they will do. A lot of these guys are still built on good integrity and great character, and Chris Carter is wrong for trying to take what Adrian Peterson did to me and bring it all back into what the NFL is as a whole, especially as somebody himself who's played in the NFL and knows better.
Call in, Detroit, 313-568-1200. Do you spank your kids? Do you agree? DC, let me hear from you. What do you have to say? Because you would agreed with it earlier. We was talking on.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of, to me, what he did to a 4-year-old was wrong. But if it was another child, no, it was not. Because like Lauren said, I got whoopings when I was little. And no, my parents never left me with marks on my, I was never left bleeding. But to the, like Keyshawn and most of the other players said on there, without the whoopings, they wouldn't be where they are today. So, right. Yes, and Ray Lewis did say, "Spare the rod, spoil the child." I mean, that is a favorite line. And if you do whoop your kids, they will learn as they get older what to do and what not to do. But as far as Adrian Peterson goes, I would not have done that to a 4-year-old, because if you a 4-year-old, you didn't have to whoop them with a switch or a belt. You could have just popped their hand, popped their leg or whatever. They'd have got it. But as far as a switch wise, I wouldn't have did it.
Okay, well, let me tell you what made me mad about Chris Carter in this situation, for real. Now, here's a guy. He admitted himself he's a dope fiend.
Yeah, he has.
You know what I'm saying? Drugs, alcohol. Yeah. He was given a second chance by the same team that he wants Adrian Peterson kicked off of. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is what's making me mad about this whole situation. Everybody want to destroy these guys. Nobody has came out and said to the corporation, put pressure on these people that they need help. These guys do need some help. We can all agree on that, right? Yeah. I'm gonna tell you another thing that makes me mad. Makes me mad with Chris Carter. You know, guy first time getting in trouble. Can we agree with Adrian Peterson getting in trouble?
Yeah, first time.
Now this guy is a minister,
right?
And he talking about destroying this guy. I'm not giving him a second chance. I don't want to go to his church. I'm sorry. Corporations are hypocrites. They talking about they care about kids. How you care about kids, Nike, when you over there got them in the slave camp making shoes for 50 cents and bringing them back over here for $300? Budweiser, don't you make a product where everybody get drunk on the weekend and get the ball hitting each other and fight? Come on, let me go to line one, see what Craig has to say. Craig, you live on the air. Let me get your opinion.
How you doing today?
All right, yourself, sir.
What's up?
Thanks for calling Detroit Sports Jersey.
Good. Well, let me just say this first. I'm a 51-year-old black man, and I've been beat with a stitchy cord, switch, belt, the whole 9 yards. Okay?
Okay.
Now, I say you do not beat your kid. Okay? There's some alternate ways. You have to talk with you. Okay? Time out works, believe it or not. I have 2 sons. I used, let me back up. I did tap them with a ruler. That was under 5 years of age. Once they get 5 years of age, and you train them like they're supposed to, you shouldn't have to whoop your kids after 5 years old. So I disagree with you beating your kids. As far as Adrian Peterson.
Hold on, Craig, let me ask you a question. Sure. I mean, beat, isn't that like too harsh of a word when you discipline?
It's the difference between beating and
discipline.
Whooping.
I mean, is there a fine line, or am I, missing something here?
Okay, I tell you what, you decide what it is. If you break the skin in the human's body and you have whips, now is that a beating or is that a whipping?
No. I agree that Adrian Peterson went overboard. I agree with that. But I'm talking about just discipline. You know, they don't, because they making it down there now where they don't even want him to even touch his kid at all. He can't discipline. They trying to put this order in court I seen before I got here. So he's not able to discipline his kids.
Okay. Again, my stance is against physically harming our kids. Now, at the age of 5 and below, you teach them what's right and what's wrong. And you may have to tap them at age 5 and below. But once they get 6 years old, you shouldn't have to beat your kids or whoop your kids. I don't believe in that. Like I said, I had it done to me, and it leaves scars. To this very day, I have scars. I cannot listen to somebody beat their child. It would affect me. You don't want to do that, people. I know it's hard. Excuse me. The easier way to do it is to jump up and down. You want to beat your kid, okay? But you have to take time with them. You have to be proactive. You have to let your child know that he's important. He or she is important. Make them feel in charge of something. But if we just constantly hollering at our kids, they're going to be what the city of Detroit is. They think about this. I've been wanting to say this for a while. Our city is violent. Yes. If you go to the Wayne
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yes, listen to me. If you go to the Wayne County Jail today, I guarantee you at least 75% of those brothers in there has been beat. Okay? Now, I'm saying if that was not to have happened, if they would have been talked to or been showing love, believe it or not, brothers need love. I don't think we will be so quick to react with violence.
So you mean to tell me, hold on, Craig, so you mean to tell me there's nobody in prison that has never been beaten? Everybody's in there done been beaten.
Listen, brother, listen. Let's not make a joke out of it.
No, that's not no joke. What I'm saying is, that's my side cut loud. What I'm saying is, you saying go down there and you guarantee that all them brothers done been beaten.
Listen, I'm telling you, at least 75% of them as a child has been beaten, who's in jail for violent behavior. I guarantee. 75% minimum. Take a survey in your office where you are right now. Take a survey. Now, my point is, they're violent. They've been whipped when they were coming up as a child. And that turns into violent in their adulthood. Why do you think we have a lot of domestic violence? We want to answer up to it. It's because we as a people are continual to repeat the cycle. We got to break the cycle, people.
I agree with you, Craig. We got to break the cycle. Well, Craig, I thank you for calling in, and hey, you entitled to your opinion. You know, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but I have to disagree that majority of the people, 75%, and done. I have to disagree with them numbers, but I'm quite sure there's some in there that's never been beaten
and need to be beaten.
Okay.
And I just didn't hear, and no offense to Craig, like you said, he's very much so entitled to his opinion, but I honestly feel like he hasn't found, or he didn't make the line between beating and discipline and that whooping.
Yeah.
You know, there's a difference. Now, like you said, our majority of these guys may be in prison, have they maybe gone through some domestic violence of their own with whether they're seeing their mother beat, their father beat, or being beat themselves? Yeah, I would agree with that. But to say that whoopings are the reason, I don't agree with, and that's why. And I think that's what you were trying to get to him with, was the fine line. Like, you can't. It's not a beating and a whooping are the same thing. A whooping is a form of discipline. I did agree when he says it shouldn't just be whoopings, especially as you get older, because it is important to have that open line of communication. I mean, my mom, after a certain point, she knew whoopings didn't really hurt me. So yes, at a certain point, you do have to find other ways to discipline, whether it's just taking something away from your child, or you're a teenager if they do something wrong, making sure they earn everything that they get. But I think people are forgetting the fine line between a beating and discipline. And there is a line between the two. Adrian Peterson attempted a form of discipline and went too far, especially for a 4-year-old. Because I don't see him doing anything that causes that type of a disciplinary action. But people don't forget the line, and I think that's like I said again, Craig's entitled to his opinion, but to me that was the problem I had. I keep hearing beating this, and it's kind of like,
thank you.
Are you saying domestic violence, or are you saying discipline? Because a whooping is different. If a whooping should not make you go out here and beat up other people. It hasn't made me. It hasn't made DC. It hasn't made Will. So that should not cause you that. Like we said, a whooping and domestic violence are totally different. I just don't want people to forget that fine line between the two.
Exactly.
And on that point, that fine line, you know, you have parents today that are afraid of their teenagers. You know what I'm saying? And you have kids today that if the parents threaten to take something from them, you know, they think they're entitled. A lot of them think they're entitled to stuff that their parents have worked hard for, and you take it from them, then they want to buck up against the parents, and the parents are scared to put their foot down or whoop them because they fear that if they whoop them or they holler at them the wrong way, you know, they're going to call Child Protective Service on them. You know, okay. I got a whooping because I came in 2 hours late. So what time you supposed your curfew? Well, curfew was at 10. I came at 3 in the morning.
Exactly.
Okay. And you got hollered at, so now you want to call Child Protective Service? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So
it's a different, like you said, even the terminology.
Hold that thought, Longhorn. Hold that thought. We're going to take a quick
Yeah.
commercial break real fast, you know.
All right.
And we'll be back after a word from our breaks. We can pick this topic up. Feel free to call in with your opinions. 313-568-1200. We'll be right back.
Listen up, parents and all high school seniors. Detroit Sports Jersey is giving away a $300 scholarship. And all you have to do is write an essay explaining why you should win. Send your 1,000-word essay to info@DetroitSportsJersey.com. Essays will be accepted from October 1st, 2014 through April 1st, 2015. Apply for the Detroit Sports Jersey Scholarship today. Winners will be announced Saturday, April 18th, 2015. Good luck, high school seniors.
Everybody's
all right. Welcome back to Detroit Sports Jersey. Like I said, we was talking about the Chris Carter
comment.
Adrian Peterson situation. Longhorn, you still there? Longhorn, you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
All right. Let's go. Yeah, I can hear you. I tell you what.
I just want to say these couple more words about this, and I'm let it rest. You know, in the news media, when they came out and they said that he beat his son with a stick, they said he beat his son with a branch. You know what I'm saying? So even people in the news media don't even know what's the difference between a stick and a switch. So that's all I got to say about that.
All right, you know what? Let's go to line. Line 0. I want to talk some football, man. I'm ready to talk some football, you know. Unless something else major jump off in this, I'm ready to talk football. So this been the last couple of 2 weeks, man. This has been depressing in football. I'm gonna start watching marbles. Do they play marbles anymore?
Nah.
Anybody got a frisbee? Let's go to line 2. See what the caller has to say. Caller, thank you for calling Detroit Sports Jersey. Mrs. Williams, how you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. How you doing?
Okay, and yourself?
I'm good. You know, I'm an old mother from the South.
Okay.
And,
what part of the South?
I was raised by getting a whipping, not a beating.
Exactly.
I had to sometimes go get my own switch. But I realized that one of the things, once I got my switch, I didn't have to worry about nothing. I didn't have to go get many switches. What this misunderstanding is today is there is different in cultures.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
The South do different things. Some of us raised in the South and was brought to the North, and they do different what we do. There's different in cultures, and some cultures believe in time out. The reason I feel that we got so many kids that go into jail today because they ain't minding nobody.
Thank you.
And I think that, and I'm finished. I'm gonna wrap it up. I think that a spanking it's not bad, but you don't beat no child. You don't beat them till blood come out of them. You don't beat them till he gets big webs on them.
Oh yeah, that's crossing the line right
there. What they said about bad rod spoil a child, that's in the Bible. And
Amen.
It's supposed to be disciplined. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Miss Williams, for calling in. Let's go to line 1. We're going to talk to Pops.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on, Pops?
What's going on, Pops?
Man, hey, man, I'm headed down to Dallas right now to wave to say bid the Cowboys farewell as they head out to St. Louis.
Hey, Pops, let me, you a big Cowboys fan, right?
Big, man, I'm terrible about it. Hey, I got it bad, man.
All I can say is DeMarco Murray. That's who y'all should focus on. Keep this ball in his hand. Keep it out of Tony Romo's hand. Now, congratulations on the win last week.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and when the 49ers got us, man, I thought that was a preseason game. We didn't have all the people in the game, man. We thought that was the final week of preseason, man. But man, can you believe everything the NFL going through right now?
Yeah, it sucks right now. Hey, let me tell you something else too, Pops.
Okay. Go ahead.
Since 1997, your team is only playing 500 ball. With that victory last week, y'all 137 and 137.
Oh man, but you started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Oh, Lord.
Is this Pops or Drake?
No.
Is this Pops or Drake?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Oh.
500. Hey, I take it. I take it all day.
but you know what, Pop? I applaud you for sticking with your team through thick and thin, because I'm a 49er fan. Back in our heyday, we got all them rings. We got 5, just like you guys there. We was on a down slope. We was on a down slope. And the way I'm looking at the team now, a true fan looks at that team with their eyes and not with their heart. So I'm thinking the 49ers is looking pretty skeptic right now. And your Cowboys.
Oh man, your 49ers, man, they suspect, man.
Oh Lord.
Give me your prediction, Pops. Before we wrap this up, who's gonna win, Arizona or Dallas? I mean St. Louis. I'm sorry, St. Louis.
Man.
I'm sorry.
Dallas. We're gonna run away with St. Louis. We're gonna do St. Louis kind of bad.
Oh Lord.
Okay. Well, you call in next week and we're gonna check on that, Pops. Okay.
Hey man, good stuff, man. Y'all got some good topics going on today, man.
All right, thanks. All right, thanks, Pop. You have a good one down in Dallas.
Hey, you too.
All right.
No doubt.
Line 2, let's go to Keith. Keith, what's going on? How can we help you? Thanks for calling Detroit Sports Jersey.
How y'all doing?
Good.
All right, and yourself?
I'm okay. I think my opinion is to believe nothing above what the Bible say. Forget what people talking. And I do believe in not sparing the rod, because I'm looking at the verse 9 that says, whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them. Now, when I was growing up, I got beatings. Yes, I had blood spots, scars, and all that other kind of stuff. Whatever my parents got their hands on, that's what they did. So, that's just my comment. So,
hey, Keith, let me ask you a quick question before you go. Right now, I'm not, condoning, your parents leaving the marks and the blood and all this, but let me ask you a question. Unlike Chris Carter, let me put it to you, unlike myself, when I got a spanking and discipline, I done something wrong. I actually done something wrong. I'm not going to sit up here and say my mom's with me for no reason. When you got your spankings, did you actually do something wrong, or they just came in the house just knocking you around,
Just because.
Well, I'm going to get off into more in detail. I even fought my parents at sometimes. And I got my tail kicked. But anyway, most of the time it was something that I've done. I remember one time I felt like I didn't do anything. Well, I dropped the watermelon when bringing it into the house, and my mother just jumped on me. And that's one time when I was fighting her back, but I got my tail kicked. So I hope I answered your question.
Okay, Keith, I appreciate that. Appreciate you calling in. Keep listening. Thank you.
You got to hold on that watermelon.
Check this. Hey, let's check this out. Longhorn, come on, for real.
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to make fun of the brother, but just like you said, some people. But he did, when he quoted the Bible, it did say, "Be careful on how you discipline your kids." You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Okay, let's switch subjects here. Let's talk NFL.
Speaking of,
let me go to the NFL Insider here. Lauren, you talked to your team this week. They playing the Green Bay Packers tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Give me some inside track. What's going on? Are they going to win, or is Aaron Rodgers going to go 13-1 against the Lions? Should I say?
You mean 9? You mean
no, 10-1. 10-1. I'm sorry.
I said, where these extra wins come from? Like
down the future. I'm putting.
I'll say you in the future, man. What you doing? Like 13-1, 10-1.
Well, you got the one they going when they got to go to Green Bay.
Well, yeah, I thought you figured, the most. But
so, what's going on?
I mean, their mindset is basically kind of what it was after they lost to Carolina. I told you that their mindset is basically, we know what we messed up on. We understand that we let ourselves down. We let our fans down going to Carolina, and we understand what we need to do to fix it. They understand that was a reality check, not a history lesson. And that's pretty much been their whole mindset. They know what Aaron Rodgers can do. They know at this point we're not going to necessarily go in here and be able to contain him for 4 quarters. So our offense has to step up and score the ball, but our defense has to do their best to make that team one-dimensional. So the only thing maybe who can beat you is Aaron. Because, in the past, as great as Aaron was, that defense was a whole lot better. And then on top of that, they've always been able to remain balanced against the Lions. So the mindset is go in there and make them one-dimensional, slow down their run game for sure. But at the same time, that offense knows it has to score more than 7 points, obviously, like they did last week.
Speaking of scores, I got some numbers here.
Oh, God.
Last week, Longhorn, he picked the Lions 23-7. L. Beasley picked the Lions 24-21. The final score was 27-7.
Yep.
Will, who's speaking now, picked the Panthers at 28-10. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm tooting my own horn.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to.
I wasn't here last week, but I want to know what made y'all pick the Lions.
I got an alibi. All right, my alibi
Jack
is
Daniels.
a good one. I like that hen dog. But anyway, I got an alibi that the Lions, they let me down. They let me down big time. I thought they was going, I thought they was up and coming. But, you know what? I'm not going with the Lions for the rest of the season. Make it right here.
Oh my God. I don't think I picked the Lions just because, like I said, it was the first big test that they had. I didn't really I counted the Giants as a somewhat of a test, but we all knew going into that game the Giants weren't a good team. So this was a good road test. So I just wanted to see what they were going to do. I went out on a little faith. I didn't have a problem with them losing. I have a problem with the way that they lost, which is why I said originally it was going to be a close game. The problem was that offense didn't score. The problem was that the red zone execution wasn't there. The problem was the penalties. But at the same time, if you guys recall, I brought up all these things when they beat the Giants. And I said you can't do that against a team like the Giants and expect to do it against Carolina, expect to do it against Green Bay. That's not the same type of team. So I'm not to the point where I'm like, oh, they're upcoming, now they're gone. No, that was a reality check. Let's see how they go into this divisional game early at home against a hated rival like Green Bay, who you have not had success against since Rodgers became the quarterback. Let's see what you do. And that's going to tell me a lot about this team.
Is this a must-win game? I know it's early.
No, I think it's a must-win game. I think it helps to set the tone. Everybody said Carolina was a good set-the-tone game. I think was the first set-the-tone game because that's the role. But now you're talking about setting the tone at home against your division. Like they said, you can lie about this. I'm sorry?
I said they didn't do that last year.
Do what?
Win their division.
Well, clearly, we know they didn't win their division, but what does that have to do with the question is what I'm saying. We know they didn't win their division.
But you know what, Lauren, it's like what you said last week. I mean, when they won their first game, you mentioned all the penalties, and then somebody said, I ain't gonna say who, but they still won. And then you said that's not the point, and I said they beat themselves, and I was talking about the penalties. And like you said, you can't go in there with all those penalties and then say, well, we won, because that's what killed them last time, all those penalties. Mm-hmm. That's what killed them against the Panthers, So
okay, check this out. We about to get up out here. Give me your score, L. Beasley, for this week. Green Bay, Detroit, Lions again.
Yeah, I go with Lions again.
L. Beasley, I done figured it out.
What?
You scared to bet against? Not bet, but go against the Lions because you go in there and interview them guys.
Not at all. No,
Are you gonna ever pick against them?
Yeah, when I feel the need to pick against them. I mean, you're not gonna
be putting pressure.
Not be putting pressure on them.
It's not a situation like that. I mean, I go in there when they lose. You call them on it, and that's one of the things I really like about the guys when you interview them. They really do come in there. We come in there and say, "You guys just lost horrible. What the heck happened?" And we will ask them that, and they'll be like, "You know what? We screwed up." I mean, some of them.
So they admit it.
They will admit it.
I love it.
And that's what I'm saying about that change in mindset. So no, it's not about that. It's just about, like we said, if I don't see what I need to see in this game, then you may see me maybe going to next week or maybe that next big game and say, you know what, I can't trust the Lions. But until that trust is completely broken, I'm choosing to give them a little respect right now and say, okay, let me see what you can do. You're back at home. You understand what you did wrong. Show me and prove me right by winning. If you don't, then I'll learn my lesson and we'll see what you do for the rest of the season. But I'm going with Lions.
Lions. Who you got, DC?
Packers.
Give me a score, LB.
Probably another close one, so
24-21?
No, I'm not going to say that one. I'll probably say 27-24.
27-24 Lions?
Mm-hmm.
What you got, DC?
31-21 Packers.
Longhorn?
I'm not even going for a score. I'm going to say Lions to win.
All right, you heard it here. Detroit Sports Jersey. Until next week, we up out of here at 3 p.m. every Saturday. Or go to DetroitSportsJersey.com to check us out. The next week, I'm Will. I'm your host, DC. L. Beasley, Longhorn.
Texas.
Check you out in Texas.
All right.
Thank you for joining us here live on Detroit Sports Jersey in the D with your host Will Sims and co-host Longhorn every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern right here on WCHB 1200 AM and 99.9 FM. Visit us at DetroitSportsJersey.com. Straight sports talk. No professionals here. Have a great weekend.